Hello everyone, welcome back. Let us start GATE 2019 and our discussion about the questions. Okay, we are discussing about GATE 2009. Okay, today is Tuesday and tomorrow is Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday, and then Saturday. After 3 days, you have your exam, which is GATE 2021. So the first question, we are taking 4 questions today because they are lengthy. So the first question is which of the following equilibrium not affected by increase in pressure? You have given four options. You have given 4 options, and you have to tell which of the following will be not affected by the increase or decrease in pressure. The first option is 2SO3 gaseous, which is in equilibrium with 2SO2 gaseous plus O2 gaseous, H2 gaseous state plus I2 again in gaseous state, then your 2Hi in gaseous state, carbon solid H2O gas, then your carbon monoxide gas and hydrogen gas, iron as solid, H2O as gas, and Fe3O4 as solid and H2 as gas. These are the 4 options, and you have to tell which among these will not be affected by increase in pressure. So you know that whenever you have equal number of changes, equal number of molecules of gaseous atom, then there is no decrease or increase in entropy, and the pressure increase or decrease will not be affected. So you have to just uh, calculate where delta Ng is equal to 0. There is no change in the gaseous molecules. So here there is a change because there are 2 and this is 3. Total number is 3. So there is a change in gaseous molecules here. Now here it is 2 and it is 2. That it suffices the condition delta Ng equals to 0. So B is your answer. We can cross check that. Like this, you have 1, here you have 2 molecules of gaseous, and in this case also you have 1 gaseous here and 1 gaseous here. So in my view, these two, 1 2 2, okay. So in my view, these two can be your options for your answer, okay. Both of them have delta Ng equals to 0, so there is no change of equilibrium condition with increasing pressure. The next question is from thermochemistry, not dynamics. It is from chemistry, and you have given an equation like 2NO gaseous plus O2 gaseous, 2NO2 gaseous. You have given this terminology, and you have NO and NO2 are given. The standard enthalpy of formation of NO and NO2, nitrogen oxide, kilojoule, and again kilojoule. These two are given. So you have to calculate the change in enthalpy. Whenever you are asked to calculate the change in enthalpy, you know that this is in standard form already. So the formation is equals to 0, and this state is given as NO, which is equal to 90.3. You can multiply it with 2, and you have NO2. You have NO2 here. You have NO2 here, and the value is given as 33.2 kilojoule. You can multiply it with 2. So whenever you have been asked that what is the answer for enthalpy change in this reaction, so what is the formula for enthalpy, calculation of enthalpy? You can have product minus a reactant. So actually you have to just 33.2 minus 90.3, which will come out to be minus 57.2. okay, minus 57.2. yeah, okay. So that's the answer, kilojoule. The next question is being asked that you have two liquids B and C from an ideal solution. You have two liquids B and C from an ideal solution. You have given two liquids B and C from an ideal solution, forming an ideal solution. You have this thing, you have this, and you have this. This graph is given to you 0, 1. Pressure is given here, and the mole fraction of B component is given here, and 0.5 is there. So clearly you have been asked that from this graph you can tell the mole fraction of XB at point E. So it is a very simple question, because you know that it will be greater than 0.5 and smaller than 1. Approx value is being asked from you, so the answer is 0.53. Okay, 0.53 is the correct option. Yeah, because 0.80 somewhat like here, and 0.65 can be the answer. 0.65, yeah, 0.65 is the answer. 0.65 and 0.25. A is given, B is given, C is given, this is D. This is not possible, this is not possible, and 0.25 will also be here in this side, not on that side, so 0.65 is your answer. Okay, the next and the last question for today's class is the least amount of thermal energy is required by whenever you are heating up the water level, or not water level, temperature of a water, then you need some thermal energy, right? You need some thermal energy to heat up water. Yeah, heat up water. So you have given a limit that you have to boil the water up to 80 degrees Celsius, which will be 80 gram of H2O at 40 degrees Celsius. A option. B option is 100 gram water at 20 degrees Celsius. C is 150 gram water at 50 degrees Celsius, and that D 300 gram of water at 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so you have given four options here, and you have to tell the least amount of energy is required. So you can say that from the temperature difference, they are very low temperature, they will require more heat, so they cannot be the answer, but these both can be the answer. But you can see here that 40 and 50, 40 will require more energy than 50 to get up to 80 degrees Celsius, so this will require more energy. And you can see in this also, the amount of the substance also matters. You have 150 gram of water, you have 200 gram of water, so that is more water, and more water will require more energy or more thermal energy to heat up to 80 degrees Celsius. So C is your answer, which will require the least amount of thermal energy to boil up to the temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, we will be joining you with next time with 4 more or 5 more questions on whatever the gate questions have been left for you. So keep preparing. You have just 3 days. After that 3 days, there will be your you have your exam on that day. And thank you so much for watching that video, and I'll be also joining with you, because I have also applied for that exam as well. So I'm going there for just an experience how it is like, computer based exam, but I'll give this exam a serious attempt on next year, so I'm preparing for that also. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay.